everyone? Welcome to the channel. Today I've got a special vlog for y'all. I wasn't sure I was going to get anything out this week in time to keep up with my weekly schedule, but I'm happy to say that I do have something to share with y'all. I was hoping it would have come a couple days earlier, but you know what they say, when they're ready, they're ready. So today we've got a clutch of eggs from an axanthic coastal carpet produced by Todd Dyer at Psychotic Exotics. And this female was bred to a male tiger head axanthic coastal produced by my friend Ryan Dumas of Rad Reptiles. So the female is a 2016, so she's 4. The male is a 2017, so he's just shy of 3. So it's about as young as carpets of both genders should be breeding. Males 2 or 3 is about as early, and then females, some, you know, if you can get them up to size by 3 years old, they might go, but for me, 4 seems to be the magic number as far as the earliest. So without further ado, I'm going to adjust this shot, and y'all are gonna hopefully see me pull a clutch of eggs. I will show you what I incubate with and show you where I'm putting them all away. We're just using a really generic 6-quart tub with some hatchite in there. It's basically vermiculite or perlite, but it's got some of these water crystals in there, so it adds this humidity without actually adding like moisture content. And then I use just a simple light diffuser that you could get at Home Depot, cut it to fit, and that way my eggs are suspended in case there's too much moisture or anything like that. When you're putting eggs in an egg box, you want to make sure they're not touching the walls or touching the ceiling, because if your box generates condensation and that water gets on those eggs, it can kill the embryo and cause a lot of issues. So moisture is good, but not on the eggs. So that egg box has been nice and warm for the last month since I've been getting the incubator ready to go. I prep all of the incubation medium so it's nice and toasty warm, so that I'm putting eggs from a warm environment into another warm environment and there's no temperature shock. So anyway, I'm going to stop rambling and we're going to get this done. So most people think coastal carpets are big. This girl is certainly not done growing, but she's not big by any stretch of the imagination. She's also a first-time mom, so she doesn't quite know what she's doing here with all of these eggs. That's why they're all scattered all over the place and they're not in a nice little beehive. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I know I didn't say it on camera, but that was actually the guess I was putting forth. 15 to 16 eggs, so I'm really happy with that. I don't see any slugs. I did notice that she was laying them this morning, so these have already adhered kind of well, so we'll have to leave most of them, but first step is getting her out of the way safely without rolling the eggs. If you've never learned about snake eggs, biology, embryos, that sort of stuff, you want the eggs after the first 24-hour period to stay in the orientation they're laid, because the embryo adheres to the top. So if I roll that egg after 24 hours, you can drown a baby in the egg because there's an air sac that adheres to the top, and that's their oxygen source. You never want to assume that your female has laid them all. They can retain eggs. You can run into complications, so it's always good to double check your ladies after they lay. Make sure they're good and done and healthy. The other thing that I like to do is I'm just going to put a teeny tiny little mark on each one so I know their orientation for up. A lot of folks will even candle them to make sure, because they can be laid a little funky. But what we're going to do is try and just keep everything with the dot up. Try to make it so things are nice and stable. Don't need any eggs rolling around in here. And this whole sort of grouping, oh look at this, they're even starting to stick to the bottom of the tub. So you got to be careful. You don't want to tear them. They're still pretty pliable, but any longer I'd be a little nervous about doing this. So I'm just gonna sort of strategically place these in here, but if I can just do this, ooh, lovely, lovely. Oh, we're touching a little bit, I think we might be okay though. All right. So this is what we're working with right here. 15, oh, see, they're already rolling. I might stick something in here actually to, or you know what, I'll do this. Wedge them together, and then that way everybody's got a friend. This will be our buddy system. Here, I'll move you over there. All right, there we go. So normally I would take a nice photo of mom wrapped on eggs, but as you saw, she wasn't coiling around the eggs nicely. She, first time mom, we'll give her a break, right? Cut her some slack. But mandatory cell phone photos. Always got to do that. And I'm going to close these up. And do a little bit of record keeping here. So for me, I like to jot all this information down. Xanthic female, bred to a tiger het male, eggs 15, laid, what's today, the 26th, and so about 55, 60 days from now, we'll call that, oh, I don't know, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, so maybe May 21st, say May 21st, so do around 5/21 at 56 days. And that's a rough estimate. They can go anywhere from, 50 days to 60 days, or even longer depending on the temperature. So now y'all are gonna see where these babies go to cook. So I'm gonna take you with me. Just undo this monstrosity. Hello. Easy there, wobbly head. Maybe I won't edit that out. Maybe I will. We'll see. Probably will. I'm not fancy with editing. Okay, so got our eggs, got them in the egg box, didn't roll anything, didn't drop anything. Everybody's in there, can see that, can see me there, cool. Now, off to the incubator. And I keep my incubator in a different room because I keep my snake room pretty warm, and it's hard for an incubator to stay cool when it's really warm in there. So, it stays in my bedroom. I'm just gonna get this in really quick, not drop anything, and I'll let you take a look. Alright, so, here she is. It's a big Sobe drink fridge. You can see the old school lizards design on there. I'm slowly but surely covering the old stuff up, but yeah, I got my sticker collection going, and this whole incubator can hold like 16 clutches. Obviously it's just got the one in it right now, and I don't think I'll ever fill this up, but at the very least I've got the ability to if numbers get that big. If I'm ever breeding that many snakes though, I've either lost my mind or I'm doing it full time, but we'll see how that goes. So let's take a look at Dad. Show you what Dad looks like, get an idea of what these babies should look like, except like with a little extra silver and black. So, this is Dad, also very small. Still growing, so eventually, you know, he might need something larger, but being a male, and now that he's a proven male, doesn't need to be big. So there he is. So this is a tiger coastal het axanthic. And tiger is a polygenic mutation. It was thought to be incomplete dominant when it was first sort of showing up. So you'll actually see animals labeled incorrectly as super tigers. And that was just for the really exceptionally striped ones. Turns out, you know, you just add more tiger back in and breed that blood back in, and you'll emphasize the striping through selective breeding. So I'm hoping these babies come out with a fair amount of striping, but mom was pretty banded, so we'll see. Gotta start somewhere though. So the idea would be get some visual tiger axanthics, hold those back, maybe breed them to some more tigers unrelated to the axanthic stuff, just to keep diversity and double up on the striping, and then maybe later on bring it back. So long-term project. We'll see how it goes. You never know though. These animals like to surprise you in their phenotype quite often. So one of the best things about carpet pythons, honestly. So yeah, we'll put him away. Good job, buddy. We'll see your babies in 2 months. Hopefully all 15 make it. We'll see. And I'm incubating at about 87 to 88 degrees. I have it set at 87 and it'll fluctuate around there. So it gives those eggs a nice, healthy sort of range to do what they need to do. After I did maternal incubation last year, I found out that the eggs experience almost a 10-degree temperature swing. So a little bit of variation is probably pretty natural and good for them. So we'll see. But time to clean up mom, clean up the tub, get her thinking about food and getting back into her routine. So what I'll do is I'll get this disinfected, get the smell of eggs and whatnot out of there, and let her chill out and rest, and hopefully next week get her back onto some food, and off to the races. So I don't anticipate too many clutches this year. I might get a clutch from my albino Darwin or my citrus tiger. It's hard to say. They're also first-time breeders for me, so I'm not really sure what they're doing, trying to read their signs and study them, but they're hard to read. But these two have been attached at the hip for the past, week or so since I've been pairing them. Well, every time I pair them, they're together, but I've just left them together indefinitely for the past week or so. And this is the most space he's given her, to be completely honest. She looks good and thick, but I don't know. She doesn't feel, there's like a tension that you feel. She got a little extra play. I don't know. It's hard to read. I could see it going either way. I could see it not producing, and I could see her going and giving me a small clutch. So we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, figured I'd get something out for y'all. And yeah. Happy breeding season. Hope everyone's enjoying their coronavirus stay-at-home time, I guess we'll call it. But hope everyone's healthy. Hope your animals are doing well. And yeah, stay safe out there, folks. If you liked this video, give me a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave some comments. Tell me if you want to see more of this. I like, showing off Morelia a little bit more than just photos. Yeah, that's about all I have for y'all today. So again, another one-shot wonder. Did this all in one clip. Even if I cut it up and edit it, one shot. I don't know why. It's just the way I like it. It's easier. Anyway, love, peace, and chin grease.